Hi everybody. Sorry, we were doing that awkward, like we didn't know if it was live or not yet. Yeah, good evening. I'm here with Chloe, obviously, as you can see. We are doing the best with our lighting. I kind of forgot that it would be so dark when we did this live. So yeah, this is about as good as we can get it, I think. But thank you so much for joining us this evening and for joining in with the readathon this weekend. I really hope you guys just have fun and read a bunch of stuff and relax. Because I definitely need it after this week. I'm very tired, but Chloe's going to help me stay awake.
I'm wide awake. I've got hours left in me.
I know, because you are a night owl.
I don't think I'm an any time of the day owl, to be quite honest.
Well, I feel like even though we live in the same place, in the same country, most of the time it's like we're in different time zones.
Yeah.
Because I go to bed way before you do. And like if you text me past a certain time, it's just like, yeah, that's not going to happen till tomorrow.
I think we've probably got a solid like 3 hours either way. Like you probably get up 3 hours earlier than I do.
Yeah, and it's probably like the window to text me is between like 5. It's maybe like 2.5 hours, like 5 and half 7, maybe 8 o'clock at a push.
Yeah.
So
whereas I'm like just finishing up with things I need to do about 8:30, and I'm like, right, I've got 4 hours of activity left.
Yeah. I'm going to bed, and Chloe's literally like, right, I'm about to film a video and cook dinner. And I'm just like, what? No. How? Okay, so we've got people in the comments, which is really lovely because I asked what everyone's reading because I've got my book picked out. We're going to help Chloe choose hers, but we're going to watch my first video basically before I chicken out and decide we're not doing it because I haven't watched it for years. I thought it'd be funny, and then to get it ready for to get everything ready for this live show, I kind of set this up.
Oh, look at you!
I already want to crawl out of my skin. Like I'm just a bit. So yeah,
we'll do. So different in 5 years.
Aged is what you mean, yeah.
No, but you do look so different.
Well, to be fair, I'm not wearing glasses. I don't have glasses yet. So yeah.
Crazy.
So we'll do some comments first, and then we'll do that before I chicken out, and then we'll do some sprints, and then I'll go to bed, and Chloe will probably stay up for the rest of the night. I don't know. So I asked everyone what they were reading. So Marlene's here. So hi, Marlene. She said, I'm reading The House Hunter, which I don't know what that is. I'm going to assume like a thriller. That sounds like a thriller.
It sounds thrillery.
Yeah. Sherry's here as well. She's reading Near the Bone by Christina Henry.
I'm reading that in a couple weeks. So yeah.
I've never read a Christina Henry.
Neither have I, but I own many.
Okay.
Is that a surprise?
Yeah, no. Don't be surprised. Anna Drew's here. She said, hello, I'm reading Beneath the Sugar Sky. Yes, that's my favourite of the, oh my gosh, Every Heart a Doorway.
Wayward Children.
Wayward Children, thank you. Series. And The Book Eaters, about halfway through both, so not sure what I'll read next. Hand orange covering eyes, okay.
That's got to be one of the new emojis that doesn't come through.
Okay. So you're much more versed on this than I am. Joe's here. Hello. Reading Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. For some reason, I'm trying to read them off the tiny version of the screen down here instead of where I can see it better up there. I don't know what I'm doing tonight, guys. So Nikki's here as well. She has half an hour left of The Immortalist by Chloe Benjamin. They're going to read Careless by Kirsty Capes. Oh, I loved that one.
I need to read that.
That is one that broke my heart.
Oh.
Like, it's because it's about a girl that's in care who gets pregnant and what happens to her. It's so well written, but it's just heartbreaking as well. Yeah, would recommend it, but it's, you know, like, you have to be in the right. Yeah, it did. Oh, Emily's here as well. Hello.
Hi, Emily.
Hopefully going to finish off the Christmasaurus. Yeah, I watched, Emily, I watched your TBR, I think, either last night or this morning. It's all slightly blurred together. And she's reading, like, all of the Christmasaurus books this month. So that's exciting. I'm glad she's getting started with that. Oh, Michelle's here as well. I'm reading 2 books over the length of the month, but the daily pages mean I get only a tiny bit of read midweek. But still hoping to take my 30% read book to the finish line by the end of the readathon. That sounds good. Jasmine's reading Foxglove. I don't know what that is either. I'm going to have to look up some of these books.
I can picture it in my brain, but I can't tell you anything about it.
Okay. It's clearly Friday evening. Emma's here. I'm just about to start Daisy's Vintage Cornish Camper Van by Ali McMurrough, and also listening to Hunger of Thorns by Lily Wilkinson via NetGalley. That sounds like a mix of stuff.
Yeah.
Is the Vintage Cornish Camper, that sounds like one that Charlotte would like.
Yeah.
Hunger of Thorns sounds a bit more like what you'd like.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a good balance. Daniela's here. Lorena's here. She's reading. Oh, if I can make it work. There we go. Yellow Face. Yes. One of my favourite books of. No, actually, it wasn't my favourite book of that month, but it's definitely going to be on my special mention list. I loved it. And The Three Dog Problem, second in Her Majesty Investigates series, which I've seen. They look fun.
I can picture the cover of the first one, but I can't think of what it's called.
Yeah, I can't either.
No, I can see it.
I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds fun as well. Amy's here. Hello. The mastermind behind my all of my what's it called? Oh my gosh.
Branding? I don't know.
The images, the pictures, she does those. Yeah, all that stuff. Amazing illustrations. Illustrations? No. It'll come to me probably in the middle of the night. Maria's here, so hello. Marlene's here as well. Happy weekend. Yes, definitely happy weekend.
Definitely.
Ellie's here as well. Marlene says, my mission is to do the whole bingo board in one evening. Oh my gosh. Well, if you can do that, because it's start a book, finish a book.
Yeah.
Animal on the cover or animal somewhere. And the colour.
Yeah.
And then self-care stuff.
Studying my board.
Oh, let's see. I've rolled up to my own readathon. I haven't got a copy of the prompts anywhere.
I think you can do it.
Mm.
It's possible.
Yeah. I have faith, Molly. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she can. Oh, and Michelle's reading some buddy reads. So, And the Land Lay Still by James Robertson. Demon Copperhead, that is a mission, by Barbara Kingsolver. Plus trying to finish The Christmas Book Club by Sarah Morgan.
I just can't read a Christmas book before December. It feels wrong.
I've got several Christmas books this year, which is the first time ever. I think I've got 3 books with Christmas in the title. I don't know how that happened. Actually, it's because Charlotte happened. Is probably how that happened. But yeah, I can't read them until December.
Yeah. Well, I've got, I think, 3 very Christmassy, 2 with a hint of Christmas that I'm taking away with me because I'm like, I will read them the week before Christmas and that will feel good. Because I'm on holiday the week before Christmas, like not working and physically not in this country. So if I can't get through 5 Christmas books, when can I?
Well, I'm sure you can do it. We'll be cheering. So Deborah's saying hello. So hello. Joe's just saying hi all. Hope everyone's well. Just popping in for a bit before I go to a friend's house for a get together. That sounds really nice. That's
impressive at this time.
Well, I was finishing up editing. Good for you. And then reading Cinder. I need to edit tomorrow because Sunday's video is currently in bits in my phone, like in clips on my phone. My editing. I usually edit as I go. I don't know what I was doing this month. I've edited nothing. Oh, cat hair somewhere as well. I've edited literally nothing. So tomorrow.
I keep leaving it till the last minute. And then I was like, I'm sure there's something I need to do today. I was like, oh yeah, I need to film and edit my entire wrap up to go up tomorrow.
Yeah. And because I vlog as I go, I've got so many clips and tomorrow I'm just going to have to do it, like sit and do it. And I need to film a final clip for it as well because I still haven't filmed that, even though it's the 3rd of the month. But anyway, it's fine. Marlene, I know we'll look at that in a minute. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yes, 5 years ago. So Deborah's reading Christmas at the Cat Cafe. Might finish 6 of Crows too. The Cat Cafe one sounds very cute. 6 of Crows, not so much. Yeah, people are saying that I look different. I know 5 years will do that. And I've become a teacher in that time, and it's a bit like dog years, I think.
I haven't changed how I look at all in about 10 years. So I think I figured it out. I've got the perfect mix of something.
Yeah. Well, if it ain't broke. So I'll tell you it. I'm reading The Once and Future Witches at the moment. Oh, I'll be interested what you thought of that. I really like that one. Daniela's just finishing Little Black Book. I'm definitely going to get that author name wrong, but I'm hoping you're enjoying it. It looks like you are from the smiley face. Of course, you've got loads of comments. How many have we got? Yeah, we've got quite a few people here, which is nice. Ellie's reading Chain of Thorns. Oh yeah, we were right about the emoji thing. That's why it made no sense when I read it out loud. I was like, even for me, that makes no sense.
Even for you on a Friday.
On a Friday when my brain's going, what? So Amy's reading A Day of Fallen Night. I'm in the mood for a thick book and a cozy chair. That is basically the theme of the weekend, except it doesn't have to be a thick book.
That's the second Priory, right? Priory of the Orange Tree, I think.
Yes, which is literally like you could kill someone with it. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, as it starts getting darker and stuff, and we head into winter, start going for the bigger books.
I normally do, but I need to read, I think it's 38 books in the next 2 months to hit my goal. Boy. I'm picking small books.
Yeah, small books for you.
No big books till January now.
What's your goal? Is it 200?
Yeah.
Okay.
And last year I smashed like 250 without even trying. And I'm like, oh God, I actually need to be strategic here.
Yeah, but this year you qualified. So
that was all last year.
No, was it?
Yeah.
What was time? I thought that was this
year. My
year.
exams were exactly this time last year. I think it was 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what you've been doing with your time then, so.
No idea. Enjoying freedom.
Enjoying your life. Yeah. Well, it's Alice said, currently reading The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. That's been a popular one recently. It's like had like a resurgence, I feel like.
I think all the covers got redone, so
that will do it.
Yeah.
Tammy said, hello, I'm reading Lives of the Monster Dogs by Kirsten Backus in I May Alternate with Nettle and Bone. That's
interesting titles.
Yeah, there are some cool titles. Jasmine said it's by Adeline Grace. The first is Belladonna. That's it. It's a YA paranormal that the love interest is death.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Amy. We're all going around to Amy's, except we can't because she's in the States. I made homemade cinnamon apple strudel from apples in our own backyard.
That is amazing.
What a thing to do. A perfect treat to finish off full. That sounds amazing. So yeah, we'll all come around to you. That sounds great. Beth said, I'm just cooking sausage and mashed, but then I'll be reading The 13th Tale once I've eaten one of my favourite books ever. No pressure, Beth.
What I really want right now is like sausage, mash, gravy. Like that sounds really good.
Strudel. Like, jobs are good. Yeah, so Beth, I'll be interested to know what you think. Seriously, no pressure, but it is, it's one of my favourite books.
No pressure, but do not hate it.
Well, there's plenty of people, like Leanne hated it, I think, or did she just not finish it? I can't remember. There's plenty of people that don't like click with that book, but it's one for me. It's fine. Elena's here from Spain. Hello. And yes, Marlene, we've got a couple of Marlenes, I think. So yeah, there are a couple about. Happy Knitter said, I am I'm finishing my share of the night by Mariana Enriquez. I'm reading Master Death by Oliver Lee Blake. Found the World of Special Edition Fantasy and Dark Academia books, and I'm loving it. That's good. There'll be plenty for you. Your bank account might not thank you, but
and if you start mixing romance in with that, you're done for.
You're away. Yeah, for sure. Marlene said the collar wheel plus animal led me to pick Annihilation, which is short, hence the bingo mission. Nice. We like that. I've got this one, Anna Drew. Yeah, The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett. It arrived last week, or whenever it came out, and I've had to not look at it too much because it's the only Christmas book I'm like, but I could read it now. So
I'm tempted with that one. I do want to get it, but everywhere I could see this. You know, sometimes when you pre-order something, the price one day just dips, and you're like, get it now. It didn't happen, so I was like, I don't know.
I got mine from Waterstones, pre-ordered it at Waterstones, and then I was like, if I really like it and there's some edition with sprayed edges, I'll blatantly end up with 2 copies. That's probably
I've got the nice edition of the Appeal. So I'd need them to match.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even checked that they're the same height because that would make me cry if it isn't. Because I also got a notification today that my finished copy of Bone Dust and Bookshops and Bone Dust, that way around, dispatched today. So that should come over the weekend, maybe on Monday. And if that's not the same height as Legends and Lattes, I'm going to be so upset.
That's just not going to be okay.
It's like, because there's also the 6 Tudor Queen series by Alison Weir. They're all the same height, but the spines don't match. Like they're not.
Oh, that's worse.
With the kind of like the logos and stuff, it's so annoying on my shelf because it's like right where I can see it. It's so annoying.
That's the same with not that I think you would like them, but the Knock 'Em Out series. It's the Lucy Score books, and they're all pretty new. I'm sure they all came out in the last 2 years.
Yeah, but
the spines don't match, and you're like, why? I can see if something came out over a period of time and they're like, oh, it doesn't really matter, whatever. But they've all come out. They're all like TikTok books, and they don't match.
They don't match because the other one for that is the 4th Sweet Pea book's coming out in January, which I'm
Mhm.
so excited for. And they've completely redone the cover. Like the cover for Sweet Pea and stuff, and the first 3 are all black with the like graphic flower and stuff on them. And this cover is like a neon green. It's like, I don't want to say it's like a TikTok cover, but it kind of is. And I'm just like, no, that's not the vibe. That's not what we're doing.
Don't change it.
Oh, 4th book in the series. Anyway, Emma's starting Christmas books mid-November. That's fair enough. We don't start Christmas in this house till after my son's birthday, which is the 29th of November. So that for me is like when Christmas can start then. The Marlene's are saying hello to each other in the chat, which is hilarious. Michelle's saying Christmas books, I don't tend to read them in December. They get me in the mood in November. But I actually like non-Christmas stuff in December. It's the ideal versus reality if I read in December. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Brittany's also editing. Same, this vlog wrap up was in so many tiny clips. Like honestly, my phone is just, because I just film on my phone. I can't even look at my camera roll at the moment because it's just stressing me out. Yes, Emily, dinosaurs, animals. So yeah, that counts for sure, definitely.
Wait, hang on. I need to know what Emily's reading.
No,
the Christmasaurus.
Yeah, I can see where your brain's going.
My brain was like, wait, hold on. What dinosaur?
For anyone who doesn't know, Chloe read Dinosaur Smut recently.
I did.
I'm so excited for that video.
I need to film that video.
Yes, you do, because I need to watch it, because I don't want to read that book, but I want to know what happens.
I do have another one for you that I need to tell you. I will stop talking in a minute. Sorry. But Satan's Affair, it's linked to Haunting Adeline.
Oh my god. Okay.
And it's a Halloween funhouse and a doll woman who chooses if men's lives are worth living. So she murders them. But she really enjoys murdering them.
Okay.
And there's a group of men who help her enjoy. Oh, it's something else. I was reading it and I was like, am I comprehending what? Oh, that is, yeah, okay.
Oh my gosh. Emily's saying she loves the movie for 13th Tale. I actually haven't watched the film because I loved the book so much. I was worried they were going to wreck it. So I probably just need to watch it. But yeah, I should probably just watch it because I'm sure it's good. Oh, Beth, making everybody jealous. Proper onion gravy with my sausage and mash. Nice. I'm excited. I'm about 40 pages in, like the tone of it so far. Keep you updated. That's also about the 13th Tale. So that's good. Okay, we're coming towards the... Oh, no, we're not coming towards the end of comments. So Elena's currently reading cozy mystery called Foul Play at Seal Bay by Julie Lee. Live near Barcelona, going out for dinner with some girlfriends. That sounds so lovely. So Amal is reading a novella, 49 pages by Sarah Reedy called Love Letters, then finishing a physical copy of Flipside by James Bailey, listening to Arena 1 by Morgan Rice. So you've got a whole bunch of things going on.
All of the options.
Yeah. Now I've scrolled too far past. Okay. Beth is also agreeing with about hating the new Sweet Pea covers. I'm
gonna have a look while you carry on.
They're just not the vibe. They're really not. It just doesn't fit with anything. Anyway, Garamond is finishing up Halloween reading Corpses, Coffins and Crypts. It's a book from the 90s for young people and really fascinating. Is that non-fiction? That sounds interesting. Have you seen it?
They're awful.
Yeah. It's just not good.
It's not the same. No.
I don't know. I think it's a new publisher. I think that's maybe why it's all changed.
But no. There was no need.
There was no need. I don't know. The old covers are good. It's not even like it was required. I didn't even realise that Emily bought you that book. That's hilarious.
That was my Christmas present last year.
Good work, Emily. Like I said, I'm excited for the vlog. Jo is saying goodbye. She's headed out, so see you over the weekend. She also said that she also hates Sweet Pea covers. I feel like this might be, well, I don't know, maybe just the people hanging out here, but yeah. Brittany wants to know the title of the dinosaur smut.
Wet Hot Allosaurus Summer. It was the worst thing I've ever read, not just for the smut, but just it didn't make any sense whatsoever. The physics weren't physicsing, and I'm like,
oh no.
Like 1 minute he was 20 foot tall, and the next minute they were perfectly, like, it doesn't make any sense.
We didn't need the actions, but yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, people now. So Emily's let everyone know there's a film, and there's a few people being like, I didn't know there was one. Yeah, I feel like it's got somebody really famous in the lead, and I can't my brain won't bring it to the front of my head. But yes, there is. So Sandra is just joining. We're still chatting, so you've not missed anything. I'm reading The Reformatory by Tana. Oh, I'm going to get that wrong. Tana Revi Jew. Not sure.
Olivia Colman is in the movie.
That was the one. I was like, it's someone I really like. Olivia Colman. Clearly. Joe saying hello.
Hello,
and then Andrew saying, I didn't even know the Sweet Pea books, but I looked at the covers and I'm offended. Lol. Oh my god, the new covers are awful. They're just not. And if you read the books as well, I just feel like the covers aren't going to fit, like,
no,
at all. So no, not happy about it. Brittany, I don't know why I was expecting that title, wasn't it?
It's right here. I'll get you the cover.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh no, it's got a bit of blank paper stuck to it.
Beth saying the physics weren't physicking tapes and many unfortunate mental pictures.
That's all the mental pictures you need.
Yeah, that is quite a cover.
It's quite a cover.
That's quite a find, Emily. I'm quite impressed.
There's drawings in here as well.
What? Why?
Just that look like a children's colouring book.
Oh my gosh.
It's so bad.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Yeah, I think Beth speaks for all of us when she just says, "Oh wow!" Like,
yeah, it was really bad.
Excuse me, guys. I've still got this ridiculous cough. Okay, and then Emily was saying it was Vanessa Redgrave and Olivia Colman. I'm clearly gonna have to watch this weekend now and just get it one up. And Beth said, "Still a better cover than Sweet Pea." Oh dear. Okay, so I think I've worked out how to watch this. With you and I on screen, and I'll pause it every so often so we can laugh at how hideous it is. But what I'm slightly worried about is there might be an echo, so we might have to try it.
I will mute myself at least, so that doesn't interfere with anything.
Yeah, because I haven't done this before. Shocking, I know. 5 years on the platform, still don't know how anything works. But the video, the first video that I posted 5 years ago today was my October wrap up. Was it October wrap up? Yeah, my October wrap up. As you can see, sat on my bed because that's the best place to post a video from.
That's a brave first video as well.
Yeah, it's a really funny one because people have asked me before about why I started BookTube. I literally got up in the morning and was like, I'm going to make a BookTube video or YouTube video and just post it. So I did. I literally it was like a snap decision. I'd been watching for ages. And I just thought one day I'm just gonna have a go. So
here's the go.
Yeah, so this is the go. And I didn't even have a tripod for my phone or anything. My phone's just balanced on a stack of books on my bed. As you can see, the angle's terrible. I did turn the fairy lights on behind me. I did make some effort.
That's more effort than I make most days now.
That's probably more effort than I make now. So yeah, I just thought we'd watch this. I don't know. Now we're about to do it. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea, but here we are.
You're braver than I am.
Or stupid. I mean, I don't know which. So let's see if we can get this to work. Thank you guys for being patient because, like I said, my technological skills are pretty much nothing. So let's see if we can make this work.
Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Victoria. I'm 31. I live in the southwest of England with my husband, my stepson, and our cat. And I thought I would start today with a wrap up on what I read in October, so you can get an idea of the types of things that I read and what you can expect from my BookTube channel.
Okay, but why am I whispering?
Very quiet, but it's very cute. It's very I don't know. It's just very you, just with less confidence.
I know. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know if I can make it louder.
No, have you got it sounds dumb, but have you got your computer on full volume as well?
Oh yeah, that's not dumb. That's a good idea. No, we're on as maximum sound. Oh, okay. Okay, people saying the sound is fine. Okay, that's good. So it's not echoing, because that's what I was worried about. Let's watch a bit, and then if it's too quiet or whatever. I mean, it's 12 minutes long. It's probably one of my shortest videos of all time. Because I do chat, as you guys know. What I'm interested to see, because I can't remember, is which books I talk about, because I feel like my taste is really different now. So it could be anything. So apologies if it's a bit quiet, if you guys have got to turn your volume up so that you can hear it. But yeah, I think this is as good as we're going to get it. At least it's not echoing. Okay, stop waffling, Victoria. There we go.
I have 7 books to talk about today, so I will get on with it. Otherwise, this video is going to be incredibly long. But I just want to say that I've always been a massive reader. I love books. I actually have a master's degree in writing, which I will talk about in another video. And I've been watching YouTube in general for a long time, pretty much since from the beginning, and also been starting to follow booktubers over the last 6 months, and thought I would give it a go. And so yeah, here I am with my first video. Now, the first book that I've got to talk about, I generally read a lot of thrillers. I have a little bit of historical fiction mixed in, a little bit of YA, a little bit of literary fiction. But the first book that I have to talk about is none of that. It is Giovanna Fletcher's The One That I Want. I follow Giovanna on basically all social media. I think she's fab. She talks a lot about real life parenthood and body positivity and all that kind of thing. And I realised at the start of the year that I hadn't actually read anything of hers that she'd written. I did read Eve of Man, which she co-wrote with her husband Tom Fletcher, and really enjoyed that, but realised that I hadn't actually read any of her solo writing. And the main reason for that is women's fiction is not a genre that I've read very much of. It's not usually one that appeals to me, so I thought I would give it a go. And actually, along with Giovanna's book, I've got one other book in this particular batch that's also women's fiction. So if you have any recommendations for me in that genre, then please do leave them below.
That's different.
But the one that I want is actually the third book of Giovanna's that I've read. I've also read the 2 Billion Me books that she wrote and quite enjoyed those. This one is about a girl called Maddie and her friendship with 2 boys, Rob and Ben. And it's basically about them growing up. They meet when they're kids at primary school, and it's about them growing up, becoming adults, and a love triangle that forms between them. For me, love triangle isn't really a trope that I enjoy particularly. I find it a little bit dull and a little bit frustrating. And I think for me, this book was a little bit frustrating because it seemed to be a lot of people that just weren't talking to each other. Like if they all just sat down and had a conversation, it would have been a lot more straightforward. That's just me. I did enjoy the warmth. I really liked the warmth in Giovanna's writing, and I did like the characters. I just found them a little bit frustrating at times, and I ended up giving this a 3 out of 5 on Goodreads. So I did enjoy it, just possibly not quite for me.
Was it fine, Victoria? Was it fine?
It was fine. It was fine. Yes. What's really funny is I don't think. Oh, that's a fluttering pause that we've gone for there. I don't think I've read another Giovanna Fletcher since. I think that was like the last one I read.
I've read Billy and Me, and I've read, I want to say, Some Kind of Wonderful is a Giovanna Fletcher book.
Yeah, that's one of her books. But I don't think I've read one since.
No.
This video, because it's not really my bag. So when I was
like, as soon as you started saying that, I was like, no.
But I think at this point, I've always been a big reader, but I didn't have the big TBR. Mm-hmm. Like, not my TBR is not huge, but I would just buy books as I was reading them. Can you imagine?
No.
Or like borrowing them from the library, or my mother-in-law, or my mum, or whatever. So I think my reading taste was just whatever was around. I wasn't really curating my list as such. So yeah, I think this is a really random selection of things. Marlene was asking about where my glasses are. I didn't wear glasses yet.
That's mad.
Yeah, I think it's about 6 months before I got glasses, and then possibly about a year before I started wearing them in videos, because the glare's super annoying. They got to a point where I could see that I was squinting in videos, so I was like, just wear the glasses.
Just put them on.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, this is such a weird thing to be doing. It almost feels like reading like an old school report or something.
Yeah.
It's really odd. Okay, well, should we watch a bit more? I'm just, yeah. Let's watch this.
I'm interested because I think, if I remember right, I gave this book 1 star, so I want to know what you thought. I think so. I'm going to do some of my own research while you're talking, but I'm pretty sure this is one of my most hated books.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's see what I said. Ooh.
And Sarah Pekkanen. Apologies if I've not said that right.
I did say that incorrectly.
I loved this. Gave it 5 stars. It's a thriller. It's quite unusual for me to give 5 stars to a thriller because I've read so many of them that I can usually see the twists coming. I saw the first one. I didn't see the subsequent ones, and I was really, really, really gripped. It's a little bit difficult to kind of explain this book without giving too much away. So what I do is I'll just read the back. That's probably the best way, because then I won't give any spoilers. So it says, when you read this book, you will make many assumptions. It's about a jealous wife obsessed with her replacement. It's about a younger woman set to marry the man she loves. The first wife seems like a disaster. Her replacement is the perfect woman. You will assume you know the motives, the history, the anatomy of the relationships. You will be wrong. It's really good. I'm going to reread this definitely at some point. I didn't see the last twists coming at all, and I would highly recommend it. Next.
Okay. Did you reread it is the question.
I did. And actually, I still really liked it. I think I gave it 4 stars on reread.
I found my review that says, when did I read it? I read it in May of 2020.
Okay.
So I wasn't in a good mood in May of 2020, but
nobody was.
I think this might be my first 1-star rating of the year. I was not a fan of this book. That's some time of my life I won't get back.
Oh, no.
So brutal.
It is a great demonstration of where you and I occasionally have very different book tastes.
Yeah.
Because we do cross over sometimes, but other times not so much. But yeah, I really like this. I thought it was clever, but it's for everybody.
Thinking back, I can only remember what the first twist is. So maybe I got the first twist and then was like, oh, just stop now. Just stop. Yeah. That's like me to be like, okay, we're done. Stop making it confusing.
I think I just like their thriller. Like when they write together, I've read a couple of their thrillers, and they're always just. There's not many thrillers that really surprise me, but I'm usually surprised by their twists. Yeah. And usually I can spot the first one, but there's usually like a secondary or third twist.
Have you read The Golden Couple?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got that waiting for me in America because Book of the Month do an edition of it. So we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see what you think. Okay, let's see what the third book is. I literally have no idea what's going to come up on this video because I've not seen it for such a long time.
Let's see. Have The Butterfly Garden.
Oh, yeah.
Hutchinson. Now,
good book.
There's one that Chloe and I both liked.
Yeah. Actually, that is the copy that I have.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, because I'm going to talk about it in a minute, so I won't talk about it again. But yeah, that copy ended up in your hands. So yeah, that's kind of nice.
Really dark. So I would put a warning on this. It's about a serial killer called the Gardener, who basically abducts young women and keeps them in his what he calls the garden, and he tattoos them to make them look like butterflies. I love a good serial killer novel, and things that are dark I read quite a bit, so it didn't bother me. But I would say that this is not for the faint-hearted. Very, very different to the Giovanna Fletcher book. I really liked it. It's basically told by Maya, and it's set. It flashes back and forth in time. So at the start of the book, Maya and the other butterflies, there's about 15 of them, have been rescued or have escaped from the garden. That's not a spoiler, you know that straight away. And it skips between her conversations or her interviews with policemen and back to when she was in the garden, when she was abducted, and when she was in the garden, and things that went on there. What I really liked was she's quite an unreliable narrator, and I love a book with an unreliable narrator because you just don't know who to trust. And you don't know from the start, you kind of don't know if she was a victim or if she was part of the garden. You kind of don't know who to trust and what's going on. I really enjoyed this. I gave it, I think, 4 out of 5. It's very explicit in places. There are things that the garden does to the girls, which, to be honest, even I had to kind of take a breath before I kept reading. But I read it in about a day. It's not very long. And I've put the second book, there's 3 in the series, I put the second book onto my TBR. So yeah, would recommend, as long as you are used to reading dark subject matter.
Okay, so yeah, that's not changed. I still like reading dark, weird stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's another good phrase. I'm really good at this. Yeah, it's dark. I finished the trilogy. I think the first one was the best one of the 3.
Yeah, I read the second one and didn't really like it.
No.
It felt like a completely different book than the first one.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with just thinking it's a standalone at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I still stand by the review, which is interesting. Yeah, so that was the next.
I think I actually rated it higher than you. I think maybe pushed it to a 4.5, maybe not a 5.
I think because I wasn't doing part stars at this point, I think probably is a 4.5 rather than a 4. But yeah,
it's not perfect, but it is depraved enough that I'm like, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's definitely dark, and that's definitely something that hasn't changed in my reading taste. I still read the dark, weird stuff. Right, let's see what's next.
Following on from that, I decided to read something a little bit lighter, and I read Wild About the Girl by Louise Pentland. So this is the other women's fiction book I was talking about. I've watched Louise's videos for years on YouTube, like probably 6 or 7 years, like basically from the beginning. And I read Wild Like Me, even her first book last year, and I liked it. It was okay. I didn't love it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. This I gave 5 stars. I absolutely adored it. And if anyone could give recommendations to things that are similar, I would happily read them. This is about a second book, so it's about Robin Wilde and basically her life. She's got a little girl, and she works in the makeup industry, and it's just basically about her life. But I really liked it. It was fun. It was sassy. It was exciting. I really loved Robin Wilde. I've just felt she's so warm. The writing's really warm. It's a bit like a hug. I also liked that there is a romance, but it's not the central focus at all, which is something that I found quite refreshing. And yeah, I just really loved it. I don't want to give too much away. There is part of it that was unexpectedly emotional from the first book, which was quite fluffy. This has got a lot more of a serious section in it, and it does talk about a couple of quite difficult topics. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else she writes.
Yeah, that's different.
I just hear you giving a sassy book about makeup 5 stars.
Yeah, I totally forgot I read that book, to be fair. No memory of that whatsoever.
I think I hauled the first one and then got rid of it before I read it, because I was like, oh, I'm never going to read this.
Yeah,
and
I think
that's mad.
I think it's showing like what I was doing at the time though, because I was watching YouTube constantly. Like I didn't really watch anything else other than YouTube, and following people like Louise Pentland and Zoella and a few other people like that who I don't watch at all anymore, which is really interesting because I only watch BookTube now. So yeah, I forgot that I'd read that. Clearly, I really enjoyed it at the time. But yeah, that's something that's changed, because I wouldn't be interested in picking up like that kind of stuff anymore.
It could be that there's something like that you'd pick up for a reason and enjoy it, but I don't see you having that reason anymore.
Yeah, I get why other people like them, but I just I don't think it'd be my thing anymore. But yeah, so that was a funny one to come up, because that's not at all.
Not at all. Literally Butterfly Garden and then sassy makeup.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we've got 3 left. So let's see what the next one is.
Next,
this is
I
funny.
went back to thrillers and read Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. Sorry, I'm not very good with pronouncing names. This was clever. I gave it 4 stars, I think, because I did see the first twist coming, but there were a couple of others, and it did keep me very gripped. I read it in a day. Again, I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to give any spoilers, so I'll just read the back, which says, "My name is Amber Reynolds. There are 3 things you should know about me. 1, I'm in a coma. 2, my husband doesn't love me anymore. And 3, sometimes I lie." Now, again, like I said before, I really like an unreliable narrator, and Amber is definitely unreliable. There are 2 voices in this. One is a young girl growing up in quite a dysfunctional family, and the other is Amber as an adult. And she's been in some kind of accident. She's in a coma, but she can hear what's going on around her, and it's her talking at it's set in her present, her past, and also the young girl's voice as well, which is in the past. And yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but I enjoyed it. I would recommend it, and I would read more from her.
Oh,
I've got 2 left, so we're nearly there.
So I just added that to my wish list. That sounds so good.
Yeah, it's really funny because I really liked it, and I think I reread it a few years later and still liked it. But there was then an Alice Feeney book, which I've just looked up. I think it was I Know Who You Are, which uses the man in a dress trope, which felt really transphobic and uncomfortable. And so I've not read an Alice Feeney since, because I was just a bit like, that's not great.
Yeah, I've got Daisy Darker that I've got
Yeah.
a copy of already. And I've heard really good things about that.
Yeah, I've heard good things about her other ones, but it's just that one. I'm pretty sure it was I Know Who You Are, and I was just a bit like, is this what we're doing?
You got the ick.
Yeah, and also for me, it's just like lazy writing as well. It's not really that great, but sometimes I did enjoy it at the time, and it is twisty. So you know, it's one of those like easy reads, really. Okay, so we've got 2 left. I've said, so we'll see what I literally. If you ask me what they are, I've got no idea at all.
Next one was He Said, She Said, by Erin Kelly. This one tackles a really hard subject matter, and I did find it interesting. I think I gave it 3.5 out of 5 in the end, just because I didn't really like either of the main characters. Again, unreliable narrators, which is always interesting, but I just didn't warm to either of the main characters. So basically, it's set around a couple called Laura and Kit, who are eclipse chasers. So they go all around the world watching lunar eclipses. And after one of them, and this isn't a spoiler, it's on the back, they basically witness the tail end of an attack. And Laura sees most of it, and then Kit is kind of behind her, so he doesn't see everything that she does. And basically things then start to unravel really quickly for the pair of them. I liked it. It was twisty. It flashes backwards and forwards, so it goes from them in the aftermath of the attack, and then them 15 years later, and the effect that it's had on their lives as well as the person that's the victim. It was very clever, but like I said, I just didn't like Laura or Kit very much, and I struggle with that. I'm somebody who has to really like a character to enjoy a book. But if you're looking for a twisty thriller, then this is a good one to go for. Okay, and then finally,
so yeah, I can't remember if I've read another Erin Kelly since, but I liked that one. That one was quite clever. And again, I was clearly reading a lot of thrillers. Like, some stuff doesn't change.
These are kind of like the thrillers. I don't know. You know how you said you didn't really have like a big TBR, so it'd be the ones that your mother-in-law had, your mom had, like those are the sorts of thrillers I think of, like not crazy hyped things 5 years ago, but the stuff that's just hanging around kind of thrillers.
Yeah,
which isn't a bad thing. It's just different.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I think it's because I wasn't like part of the book community yet, so I didn't have friends like you and Charlotte and some of the others who are being like, oh, have you read this, or I'm reading this, or whatever. It was very much just me finding stuff to read by myself, which is one of obviously the really good things about being in the book communities. You hear about all these books and it's like, oh yeah, I really want to read that, and that sounds exciting, and I'll buy that and read that soon, and then suddenly you've got a TBR that's, you know, bigger than my old one used to be.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say Out of Control, and I'm like, don't push it.
No, I don't think yours is out of control. You're fully in control.
I mean, no control. It's all an illusion.
It would be, you know, if it fell on you, it would be bad. But
my dad, literally, he was here not last night, the night before, and he's like, I remember putting those shelves up, and I haven't fixed them to anything. They are going to kill you. And I'm like,
yeah. Sorry, because my TBR shelf is right next to my side of the bed, and at the moment it's fine, but there was a time about 2 years ago after my birthday where I was really lucky. I got sent a lot of books, and I literally lay in bed one night and I was like, if that falls on me, I'm probably not waking up, like, because there's a lot of really heavy hardbacks up there.
I did have my sofa like running next to the bookshelf, and I was like, this is a bad idea. My goddaughter came around. She was like, can we sleep on the sofa? No, we're not risking it.
Might get crushed by the TBR.
We will not wake up.
Okay, I think there's one more book to talk about. So let's see what she says. She says what I say. There we go.
A different person.
Last book of October. I read the first in the Book of Dust series, La Belle Sauvage.
Also, I didn't finish this series either, but I've just noticed I'm wearing mascara, which is something I don't do anymore. I clearly made an effort.
You were ready. You were like, I'm filming a video. I'm going to look.
Yeah, which I don't really do anymore.
It's not worth it.
well, you can't, with my glasses on, you can't really see it anyway, but I have got mascara on in this video, so I was clearly making an effort for the first time. Right, let's watch this last bit.
Savage by Philip Pullman. I've read the His Dark Materials trilogy several times. I read it when I was a kid. I studied it again at university, and then I did a reread at the start of this year because I knew that this was coming out. I have slightly mixed feelings about Pullman. I think sometimes he can be a bit heavy on the theology and a bit light on the actual adventure or action. But I really enjoyed this. It is a big book. It's over 600 pages. So it's quite a chunk. But I read it in a couple of days. I really liked it. It's set before the His Dark Materials trilogy. So Lyra is a baby. And it was nice to be back in that world with the demons and everything else. And it's basically about a boy called Malcolm who works in his dad's pub. He's got a canoe called La Belle Sauvage, and Lyra, as a baby, is delivered to a nunnery across the river from Malcolm's pub. And that's kind of all I can tell you about it, because I don't want to give any spoilers. But I really liked it. Like I said, there is a little bit of theology and that kind of thing, as you would expect from a Pullman book, but this is quite heavy on the adventure, and I'm really excited to read the next volume whenever it is that it comes out.
And she never read another one in that series.
She never did.
Whoops. Yeah, it's I really loved Philip Pullman growing up, but I don't know if I'd want to read it now.
I never read them as a kid. So I was always like, oh, should I? And I've never bothered.
Yeah.
And I think I'm happy.
I have some really beautiful editions. They brought out this beautiful paperback editions with like the French flaps, and it's all like really intricately illustrated and stuff. So I have them, but yeah, I read The Belle Sauvage, obviously, but then I just never read the next one. I think there's one, I think the sequel came out, and then there's a third one. I think Michelle's just saying, the third book. I wish the third book was announced. But yeah, I don't know if it would interest me these days. So yeah. All right, let's see how I wrap this up. Bear in mind, this is my first time. Also, the thing I still do, which now that I was doing then, is that I filmed in one go. I literally did one take and uploaded it. That was it.
And so at this point, you're like, right, I've just got to close this out and we're safe.
I'm probably just thinking, how am I finishing this off? Because I have no way of editing. I literally didn't even have any editing software. So we'll see.
You've got a whole minute left as well.
I'm slightly scared. Oh gosh. Okay, maybe I should have before we watched it. Right. Let's see. Okay. Go.
So that's my October reads. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to aim to get one video up a week on a Sunday. I will be talking mostly about books. I'm going to talk about my TBR and how I manage that. I want to do a bookshelf tour so you can see how I've got my books displayed and all that kind of thing. But I may also talk about other topics. I'm a step parent, so I might talk about that. Possibly some mental health stuff. I might do the odd reading vlog, but we'll see how it goes. And I've got a couple of tags that I want to do. There's a newbie tag that I found that might be good for me to do shortly. But yeah, this is my first video, so please leave any nice comments below. Everything that I've talked about will be linked below, along with my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.
Awkward. Oh, don't start again. There we go.
It's the move to the camera of bye.
I mean, I don't think it was too bad for a first go.
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't. That was like, because you're such an articulate person, that obviously hasn't changed, but you're just at that point less confident about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, you know what you're saying's right, but how you're getting it across is like less confident.
Yeah, and I think like, I always find videos where I'm just talking about books much easier than when I do like vlog clips or I'm talking about something else. So I was clearly just more comfortable with that from the beginning. That was really funny to watch. Oh my gosh.
I will not be copying that idea. I take a lot of inspiration from what I do from you, but I will not be taking that one.
I just think because I know a lot of people like private their first videos or whatever, because it is weird. But like, I just think it's funny because it's interesting to think about, to look at what I was doing, because lots of things are the same. I'm still filming in one take. I still, I was talking about in that video about starting maybe doing a vlog, and now I vlog all the time.
Well, I've just looked. So my first one, I knew it was the 24th of September because I always say that's like my anniversary day.
Yeah.
We've got an 11-minute, 48-second vlog, which is now privated. Literally, I haven't got anything public until February of 2019 is the oldest you can get.
Okay.
They're just so bad.
Not though, because I just find it quite funny. And it's just, you know, lots of stuff doesn't change. I'm still reading the weird dark stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not great at editing. I'm slightly slicker than I was there. And yeah, and I'm wearing glasses and stuff. It's just really, yeah, that was funny. That was a fun thing to do. So yeah, thanks for indulging me with that, because that is a bit of a like self-indulgent thing.
It's a very fun idea. I just won't be copying it.
No, that's fine. Oh, you guys have been kind enough to be leaving some comments. Oh, first of all, Brittany was talking about the dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
Those look like kids coming for consent. We're all concerned. I think
I might colour them in.
You should.
Just next to the talk about the woman's thighs, I'll just colour in a nice dinosaur.
That's so funny. Yeah, Beth, like I said, 5 years, and I've become a teacher in that time, and we've gone through a pandemic. And did I get married? You know, we got married before I started the channel. So yeah, it's been a time. I'm glad the sound was all right. I was worried it was going to echo. Brittany said, you're so brave. I don't even like to watch the videos I put up last week. Yeah, I don't watch my videos very often. I will sometimes watch vlogs back, like specific ones. Like Christmas ones. I quite like watching my Christmas vlogs sometimes. And like when I've seen like Chloe or Charlotte or Leanne, like those ones where there's like a thing happening.
I'll rewatch like Cole vlogs and just anything fun that I did, I'll watch again.
Yeah. It's just nice
there's not many I'll go back to on purpose. It's normally if I'm like, wait, did I buy this book in this time? Did I give it to this person? And then I'll go back and I can find out what I did.
Yeah. It is useful for stuff like that because it's basically a diary, isn't it? It's just an online diary. Beth, yeah, so quiet but cute. I think because I was filming on my even older iPhone than I have now, and I think I worked out that I needed to have the camera like closer to me than I did in that first video, so I think it helped a bit. I still haven't got around to sorting out a mic or anything still, because I feel like it's like tech that I'll just either forget to use or will go wrong, so I just keep it simple. It's fine.
You've got this far, let's just
if it's broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because like I said, I literally woke up on the day and was like, I'm going to film a YouTube video and upload it. And I did, and that was it. And also, I've said this before, but Charlie, my son, was my first ever subscriber. Because we were talking about it, I think at lunchtime. I filmed it in the morning and got the video, like the channel ready, but I hadn't pressed upload yet because I hadn't worked out also that you could schedule stuff. And I mentioned it at lunchtime. I was like, oh, I'm gonna post a video on my YouTube channel. And he was really excited about it. So he's 13 now, so he'd have been what, like 8? Yeah. And he immediately went on his little iPad and subscribed, and he's like, I'm your first subscriber. And I was like,
he's so cute.
I don't know if he's still subscribed, probably isn't, and he doesn't watch because like, it doesn't interest him, but it was, you know, a vote of confidence, so that was cute. It seemed very confident for a first video. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, just, you know, one of those things. Oh yeah, we talked about the glasses. Yeah, my glasses didn't exist yet. Daniela, you're a natural. I don't know if I'm a natural or just chatty, like just likes to chat. Now I talk for a living, so that's how that evolved. Andrew said you express your thoughts really well, thank you. Oh, Nikki's talking about the Louise Pentland books. I actually love those books and also went to Milton Keynes to have it signed by Louise. Lots of people were at the time. It was a big thing, wasn't it? I don't know if it's so much of a thing now.
I don't even know who this person is. That's how...
oh my gosh, what was her channel? Well, she's called Louise Pentland, but it was Glitter something in Glitter. Let me Google. Hang on. Oh,
Sprinkle of Glitter.
Sprinkle of Glitter. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even recognise her face.
Oh, she was part of the like UK YouTube scene, along with like Zoella and a few of the others that I've forgotten about now. Yeah, it was just kind of one of those books of the time, like part of that moment, I guess. Oh, Nikki said now. I'm thinking, lol. Oh, but you liked it at the time, so that's all good. Sean loved Daisy Darker. Lots of people have, I know. Cameron's had a great idea. Someone needs to write this. New thriller idea, Death by Hardcover.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. Which
well,
book
I'm reading Midnight Sun again this month for the first time since it came out in 2020. And I held it up and was like, I'm actually, because I had to grip it like that. And I was like, this is quite something.
Yeah, it's really funny because also from that video of mine, like I don't really read big books anymore.
No.
I can't remember the last time I read a book over 600 pages. Probably because I'm just like, there's so many other books I want to read. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to spend all that time on one book. But I mean, I guess the right book, because the HMRC books are not the smallest things in the world.
They're quite
big. Those all day. So yeah, Michelle said, I love the Book of Dust books so far and wish the third book was announced already. Okay, so we've had 2. So I'm only 1 behind. I could catch up. Ellie saying that was a good first video. Weirdly, Gavin put up a video today that I didn't know he was doing, where he reacted to a load of people's first videos. So I was, I'm going to watch that at some point.
Yeah, I didn't see who he picked in the end, so I want to know who's he's got.
I'm intrigued. But yeah, thank you. Michelle as well, being kind, saying nice things. Thank you. We all know I don't cope well with that. That's such a fun idea. I just thought, because it's the first day of the readathon and it's the 5-year anniversary and all that stuff, it would just be a fun thing to do. We're not going to do it every year, but it's 5 years. So, Marlene saying, well done. Other Marlene. Oh, bookmark, thank you. The bookmarks are really lovely. I've had 6. Yes, you have. I'm glad they arrived safe as well. So thank you for that. I actually need to wrap some orders this weekend. Oh, Daniela's just mentioned what I was talking about. She mentioned it first, but I haven't seen it. I just watched Gav's video earlier when he reacted to BookTuber's first videos, and it was as wholesome as this experience. That's so nice. But yeah, I'm really intrigued.
I want to know if he went like nice or if he went sarcastically brutal.
Knowing Gav is probably nice because he's so lovely. But yeah, I need to watch it, which I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm marking in the morning before I live show with Charlotte in the afternoon. So I'll have that on whilst I do that. The odd vlog. I'm really glad we're getting more regular vlogs. Thank you. Yeah, I vlog all the time now, which is why my phone is full of stuff. Because, like I said, I need to get it together. I don't know what I was thinking this month. Anyway, or last month. And then Emily said, I don't know why, but I sound so posh in my first video, which is also private.
You are relatively posh, though, Emily.
Well, she is. I think like most of us have like a phone voice.
Presentational voice.
Yeah. Which is very similar as well. It's very close to my teacher voice, which I noticed the other day when I was filming. I was like, oh, sound a bit teachery. So yeah, I think we all have our like filming voice. Although
my wrap-up voice is different to my vlog voice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think I'm the same. When I sit down to do a vlog, do a video, what I would call like a proper sit down.
Yeah, a sit down video.
There's a different voice than when I'm just sat chatting for a vlog, because it feels like a different thing. That doesn't surprise me. Gab was really nice. I think he complimented everyone. That sounds about right. Bombadil said, hello, just woken from a nap as I'm working from 9:45 tonight. Oof, but I wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi, thank you for coming.
Hello.
Okay, that sounds like a long shift. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. I'm really tired. So should we do one? Let's do one, what's the word? Sprint. My brain is today. And then I'll probably be done in by then, but at least we can start some reading off. I'm going to be reading this one. What's it called? Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, because
that looks so cute.
It's really cute. And this is just the standard, sorry, there's like a horrible glare on it. This is just the standard Amazon version. Which was sent to me by somebody lovely. Michelle sent this to me a while ago. But I got navy blue on the spinner wheel. So I was like, yes, this is on the stack anyway. So I was like, I'm reading that. I don't think it's got an animal on it. So I have to pick something else for animal if I get that far. Is it? No, it's not even published by Penguin, which would have been helpful. Is that? Oh, no, wait, hang on. We got a winged thing, like a butterfly.
A winged thing.
Well, I can't really see. I think it's a butterfly just poking out there. That will probably do. Yeah, I'm counting. It's supposed to be chill this weekend, so we're not getting stressed about it. So that's what I'm going to read. What are your options?
Well, I had 2 options. in the past hour, I've decided on which one I'm reading.
Good.
But not the one that does just match both like prompts that I needed, because I got light green.
Yeah.
So I found Earthlings.
Oh yeah.
Which is also.
Yep.
Is it a hedgehog?
Yeah, or a hamster?
No
Maybe?
idea. But I was like, well, if we're not classing that as an animal, I then had another short book with animals on the cover, and it's more of a teal than a green. It's not really picking up too well. But I'm gonna, and it's actually, this one is published by not Penguin, but Norton. So it's got a little bird on it. So I'm gonna read this one now because it just sounds a bit more fun. But they're both combined are less than 500 pages.
Nice. Mine is just like 3.
I'm gonna do both this weekend.
Cool. I think we're going slightly in and out. This is less than 300, so I think I can read this weekend. And I haven't read anything with my eyes in about 5 days, so that'll be nice. I haven't read it all week. I've read audiobooks, which is obviously counts, but it would be nice to actually just sit and read with my eyes.
I read Breaking Dawn over the past 4 days, and that's like an 800-page book. So I was like, yeah, if I can just tick a few more books off, that will be great.
Yeah, because we had parents meeting last night.
Feels so accomplished when you're done.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, I've read one book where one time sitting down and reading could have been this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try this instead.
Short is good. But yeah, we had parents' evening last night. So I left school at 7:20 last night. And at 7:10 this morning, I was in my classroom. So I have not had time to turn around this week.
No.
So I'm excited to just curl up and read a little bit this evening. But I think we'll just do the one sprint if that's all right, because I'm already flagging.
That's fine.
So yeah, we'll kick off the reading. Just before we do that, Amy said, my filming voice is ever so slightly more cheerful than I sound regularly. I love this. But I also I actually talk quite a bit slower in my filming than I do in real life, which I just really like.
That's actually a good, I don't know if I said it, but it was so hard to watch you not in 2 times speed. I was like, come on, get to the point.
Oh yeah, which is really funny.
I'm just so used to your voice in 2 times, because I think when you talk normally, you speed up anyway. So listening to a voice note from you and watching a video in 2 times speed is the same thing. So I'm like, why is she talking so slow? Oh, that's normal. That's normal.
Yeah, that's my normal talking speed. I think it's also because like usually when I'm voice noting you, I'm like, this is everything I need to tell you. Like, yeah, here it is. Here are my thoughts, but I can't even bother to type. Blah blah blah. Whereas, yeah, when you're filming, I'm trying to explain something or whatever, in my opinion, usually both. So I try and talk a little bit slower. But I love that Amy, that your voice is slightly more cheerful. That's really funny. And then a few people have been shouting at me to read this for a while, so I thought I would pick it up. It was in my November stack anyway, and then it fit for the colour prompt. So yeah, I really enjoyed Emily Wilde. I read it on holiday in Iceland. Hope you love it. I'm excited for it. I feel like it's the kind of thing I would like. And Big Old Nasty Fish was saying there's a dog in it. I don't know which book that was talking about, but one of your books has got a dog in it. Or my book, maybe. Not sure. There's
Could
a book
be any of them.
Yeah. Okay, so should we do 45 minutes?
As long as you want. If you're tired, don't drag it out for the sake of it. Like, do whatever you want to do.
No, let's do 45 minutes because that'll take us up to about 8:45. Is that right? Yeah. And then we'll inevitably chat for a bit, and then
bedtime.
I'll go to bed. And the rest of you can carry on. Oh, Mel's here. Good morning. I just got up, missed the video rewatch. Sorry, don't worry. You didn't miss the video's there if you want to watch it. It was funny. Like so it's my book's got a dog in it. That's sweet. Okay, it has a dog, so that ticks the animal prompt. Awesome. Problem solved. Okay, so let's do some reading for 45 minutes. Where's the thing? This is where I can't work. Oh, not that one.
Disappeared.
No, nobody needs my face that big. There we go. That'll do. Okay, 45 minutes. I'm going to turn the cat on. I'll turn my voice off. And we'll see you guys in a bit.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. I was watching that tick down and it still made me jump.
It didn't make me jump this. I was good. I was prepared.
Good. How was everybody's sprint? How did it go for you, Chloe?
I got up to page 72.
Wow. Okay.
It's really odd.
Okay.
Like, well, it's called a children's Bible. It's not really anything to do with that. And it's like these kids have gone on like a holiday with the family, and they're all rich families, and they've all like been friends, so they brought the kids along, and the kids have decided that they want to do their own thing, so they go off to a beach and they have a party and do drugs. Like, that was weird. And now there's a massive flood, and one of the little kids has been given by one of the parents a children's Bible. So he thinks he's the next Noah, and he's trying to save all the animals from the flood.
Okay.
Very weird.
Okay. Yes,
But
that sounds good.
Easy to read. And I looked because I didn't know who I'd heard about it from. And it was Kayla from Books and Lala gave it 5 stars. So I'm like, well, this is going to be weird.
Okay. Yeah. That's always a good place to go for weird recommendations.
Yeah, how was yours?
Yeah, fine. My concentration is pretty poor, I can't lie. I read 37 pages, I think. I just got the dust jacket because it's prettier. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. There is a dog, so that's all good. I think I'm going to really like it. It's made me chuckle a couple of times already. So yeah.
Good. I did get my I got my notebook out at one point, and I was like, right, which prompts have I already ticked off?
I love it. I love how organized you are.
I want to do all of them. So I'm like, right, okay, where am I? And then self-care free space. I'm like, I don't know. I put socks on, self-care, tick it off.
That'll do. Whatever works for you.
Anything. I'm like, I need to read. I need to do all of these prompts.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, just remember, guys, it's supposed to be chill. We're not trying to make life difficult for anybody. Just want to have fun and read a little bit and relax a little bit. Relax a lot. Okay, let's have a quick look at some comments, and then I'm gonna have to call it a night because I am really tired and I'm slightly worried I'm gonna stop making sense. Not that I make sense generally, but I feel like it will get worse.
I'm actually really hungry, so I'm gonna make more noodles when I'm done.
Good for you. Well, obviously Mel is on the other side of the world, so she's just waking up, so she's making her morning coffee. Jenny dropped in as well. Hello, lovely. She's just put her baby to sleep. She's got the cutest baby boy. Just got him to sleep. We're gonna join along now. Hello, so glad you're here. Agnes had just got home from work. Then Emily, Kathleen. I don't know why I pronounce her whole name.
No,
Emily.
She's in my phone as Emily KR still.
Well, you're in my phone. All of my BookTube friends, it's just your first name and then BookTube. So it's like Chloe BookTube comes up. I don't even know any other Chloes. There's one.
I'm just gonna check Victoria now. Does it just say Victoria? Okay, why is it? Oh yeah, it is just Victoria. But Chelsea used to be Chelsea and then in brackets Instagram. I'm like, okay, I do know a few Chelseas, but why is she the one that needs the extra?
It's weird, isn't it?
So she's now Chelsea.
But yeah, Emily was off for dinner with her housemates, so that sounds very nice. Katie popped up and said hello. And Katie, I'm really sorry because she said I'm cleaning in the next sprint, so I don't have to do it over the weekend. The 45-minute sprint will be my motivation. I'm really sorry. This was the only sprint. We were going to do 2, but I'm just too tired. Even as I was reading, then my eyes were starting to go. So I'm really sorry, but this is going to be the only sprint. I hope you get your cleaning done. Daniela said I finished my book and got ready for bed. Good for you. Marlene S. I feel like we need to put initials in now because there's a few Marlenes around.
Everyone needs full names.
27 pages of Annihilation, and I kept dozing off so far for the coefficient. You've got all weekend. It doesn't have to be today. And rest if you need to. This is all about resting and recharging. So yeah. Ellie said I washed and dried my hair. Nice. Managed to read a few pages. Good for you.
Self-care.
Self-care, sure. Massive 17 pages, not easy reading with one dog who wants to play and another who wants to let a bus. Oh dear. Yeah, for some reason fireworks started going off partway through that sprint, so the cats are probably going absolutely mad downstairs because they do not enjoy.
Yeah, they started going off here as well.
It's just it's Sunday. A firework is Sunday.
I'm kind of in crows. I forgot what the saying is. not walkable, but actual distance wise.
As the crow
I'm
flies.
really, as the crow flies, that's it. I was like, there's something to do with the crow. I'm tired. I'm near the race course, which is where they do the fireworks properly. You know, the thousands of pounds, massive bonfire and everything. So that is going to be loud. I don't know if that's tomorrow or Sunday they're going to do that.
I mean, our cats are not very happy about it. Sav in particular gets really freaked out by it. There were fireworks going off one night this week, and I was like, why are there fireworks? Like, stop it. And I literally ended up like sat under Charlie's got a cabin bed, and I ended up sat under the bed with her in my lap, and she was just trembling. And I was like, "You're fine.
You're absolutely fine."
Yeah, you know, we're not gonna. Nothing bad is gonna happen, but she's not happy.
No.
But anyway, hopefully you'll get to read a bit more at some point, Emma, with your dogs if they let you relax. So Mel said, I did my colour spinner wheel, during that sprint. I got purple. Of course she did. That is her favourite colour. That's awesome. One of my books for the Australian Readathon has purple flowers on the cover, so I'll start that over the weekend. That's really cool. So anyone that doesn't know, Mel is running with a couple of other people an Australian Readathon. I think it's all month. In November. So if you're interested in that, her channel name is on the screen, so you can go and find her and the announcement video and all of that good stuff, because it looks really interesting. I'm going to try and find one book to fit in with that. Is she on your last stream for the Readathon? Yeah. So tomorrow at 2, Charlotte and I are going to play Bookish Would You Rather.
Nice.
Which should be a good laugh.
I will be there.
I'm going to do a Q&A as well, so I'm going to put a thing up on Instagram. I was supposed to do it this evening. It'll probably be first thing tomorrow, asking for questions. So I'll do a Q&A as well. But yeah, we're going to play Bookish Would You Rather, which would be a good laugh, at 2 o'clock. I might just sprint after, it depends how my day's going. And then Sunday morning is all about cozy sprints. So Mel and Amelia are coming on.
Oh, and Amelia.
Hang out with me for a few hours, because I need to work tomorrow morning and I need to edit this video that we've been talking about. I actually just hit myself in the face with my strap.
You do that?
I'm so smooth. Yes.
Getting late.
Yeah, so I have to work tomorrow morning and I need to get this video edited and uploaded and stuff. But Sunday I just want to chill. So I was like, if I put cozy sprints, then I'll have to sit still and read. So yeah, Mel will be on with me for that as well, which would be really fun. Katie said I would have assumed Chloe's book was a children's Bible and not pulled it off the shelf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have been
so did I.
Yeah.
It is literally a children's Bible.
Yeah. I'm so intrigued.
Oh, a children's Bible. A novel. Underneath.
That's an odd choice, but it works because the book is in your hand, you're reading it. So yeah. So yeah, Mel gets 2 prompts with that book. Nice. And Katie's right, reading is self-care. Absolutely. Yeah. Marlene R said I finished The House Hunt. Definitely 5-star for me.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna look into this a little bit more.
Yeah. The House Hunt. Have I read that? I feel like I've read that.
C.M. Ewan.
Yeah. I literally read it like last month or the month before. Why is it so bad? It was good. It was mad. Because they write...
Oh, yeah, you gave it 4.
Yeah. Why is my memory this poor? Yeah. Really twisty, really weird. And they write, I think it's a man, but I'm not sure. I can't remember now. Can't remember anything. One that I read by them was The Job Interview or The Interview. And what they do is they take like a normal everyday situation and then they just make it absolutely insane. It all just goes completely to hell.
Yeah, The Interview. And there's one coming called The Lift Home.
Yeah, so you literally start with a normal situation. So The House Hunt is a woman who, her and her partner, I think boyfriend or husband maybe, have just finished doing up a house and it's on the market. And the agent rings and says, oh, I'm 5 minutes, I'm running late, can you just start this viewing? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. And it goes from there. And it's just really, it all goes completely crazy.
Wow, add to list.
Yeah. Okay, Mel's getting cozy. Currently sitting here wearing my hoodie, drinking a coffee, so that's cozy and favourite drink. Also, I consider coffee in the morning self-care, so I think that works definitely. I'm going to get my hoodie out tomorrow morning. It's really cold here.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
Like my feet hurt, like they're actually like icy.
Yeah. Slippers, maybe?
I have socks and the slippers are off and on.
Agnes read 20 pages of The Last Graduate by Naomi Novik. That's good. Anna Drew, yes, so did I. I got distracted in that sprint, but I read a few pages and put away laundry. Nice. So I guess I have some extra free time tomorrow. That's good. And yeah, Mel's just confirming it is all month. All you need to do to participate is read one book by an Australian author. So yeah, I want to have a look through my shelves and see what I've got so that I can join on that. Or maybe I'll use it as an excuse to buy a book.
I mean, I've got to have one.
You must, surely.
Surely there's one book in.
Surely you must have. But
you'd think there has to be.
Because how big is your TBR? Do you want to tell the group how big a TBR is? Read the 5th if you want. You're, nearly American now.
Nearly American. 435 books.
Yeah. There's got to be a lovely one there.
Just on my TBR, that's not physical books that I own. That's about 700.
God, you've nearly got a library. Another year you have a library.
Well, so my aim overall is to have a library, but only of books that I am either very excited to read or loved. So I need to keep working.
Yeah. Whereas I think my TBR is at about 30 books currently.
How stressful.
I know. Although, because I'm always like, I like having a small TBR, but I feel like it is a little bit on the light side at the moment. I feel like some book shopping might happen soon. But yeah. Anyway, Mel's also got a Discord if anyone wants to talk about all things Australian or anything else, really. Yeah. So if you go and check out Mel's channel, they'll have all the links that you need. Michelle said, wow, I honestly worry how big my number is. It doesn't, like, we're not judging people for their numbers. No. As long as you are happy and comfortable, it's all good. Okay. And Mel said, what's your TBR for November? Well, she's trying to get to 200 books read for the year. So
yeah, this one will be done very, very soon. So then I'll need another 37 by the end of the year. And I read 17 books in October.
Okay.
So it's doable. Mm-hmm. And because I now know it's the end of the year, I'm like, right, short, easy, romances, everything.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just reread this for the video and count that as read twice. Which I think I'm actually going to need to do. So I think
I'm so excited for that video. I love when you do them because I will never read stuff. Like, I don't want to read the stuff like that.
I'm doing one. I thought it was out here because it's normally displayed there, but that's Den of Vipers now. I'm doing it for Haunting Adeline. So it's the buddy read for the month. So I'll be reading a set amount every day anyway, but I'm going to do a full Den of Vipers style video. Yeah. And where there's something, obviously it's your channel. I'm not going to go graphic, but that I know that there's a repeated event with a weapon used in a way.
Yeah.
A way.
Yeah.
So it's going to be about the same level, I think. I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for you to read it and record your thoughts, and then I will watch it and find it hilarious without needing to read it. So yeah.
It's going to be great.
It is. Anna Drew's suggesting reread some comics if you have those. I don't think you're a big graphic novel reader, are you?
I'm not. But the only one I have left is Bloom that you sent me.
Oh, I liked that.
Yeah, which is quite chunky, but it's still graphic novel. So
have you read Heartstopper?
Yes.
Because the 5th one is out in December, so that could be 5 off your list if you did a reread, which would take you all of an hour.
Annoyingly, I got rid of my Heartstopper graphic novels.
Oh, okay.
And I don't really know what the thought process was, but there was one. Like it went through my brain at some point. So I'll probably just rewatch the show all over again.
Yeah, that'll work too. Okay, last couple of comments, then we're going to say goodnight because I am absolutely dragging. So Mel said, if you have any Jane Harper or Lynette Noni?
Yeah. I've heard of both of them, but I don't have any of their books.
No, I don't have either of them either.
That does not mean that there's no library trip involved there.
Oh, Darcy Coates. I didn't realise Darcy Coates was Australian. I don't have a Darcy Coates, but there's a couple I want to read.
Is she... I'm looking around now. Oh, The Haunting of Ashburn House is Darcy Coates.
There's a couple that Bree's been talking about that I was like, they sound good. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll order a Darcy Coates. Charlotte's popped up. Hello. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Ellie saying thank you for hosting. That's fun. Yes, thank you guys for joining in and for watching my first video with me. That was funny. And just for joining in and also just being, lovely humans and hanging around whilst I bumble about on the internet. I appreciate it a lot.
Well, thank you for having me to kick it off.
Thank you for being here and, helping
keeping you awake.
Yeah, keeping you awake. We were literally texting before we came on, and Chloe was like, "Oh, I just want to finish editing this video." I was like, "I'm literally fighting, trying to stay awake here because it's been a long week, but it's been a good week, and this weekend's going to be really fun. So yeah, it is. It's going to be good." So people are just saying goodbye and stuff, which is lovely. Charlotte, don't worry about it. It's all been recorded, so if you want to go back and watch the cringe of me watching my first video, you can do that in a minute. Marlene saying thank you. Anna said, I don't know if she would count because she's Canadian, but lived all of her life in Australia. But you might also like the Accidental Sorcerer series by K.E. Mills. Okay,
interesting.
That's worth looking into. Sandra saying thank you. Oh yeah, Mel's got a whole load of like recs on her channel. Anna, this is nice. Chloe too. Don't worry about it, Mel. That's all good.
Don't worry.
We're sharing book recommendations. That is the name of the game around here. Michelle said it's been lovely to share the evening. I know. There's so many lovely people here. Also, I've had quite a few bookmark orders as well while we've been sat here. So thank you for that as well, guys. We've raised like well over 100 quid for Book Trust so far. Doing it. So, yeah, it's really nice. Emma enjoyed it, so thank you very much. Yes, Charlotte and I will be prashing about tomorrow from 2:00 GMT. I had to remember which time zone we were in then. I'm definitely going to watch that right now. Oh my gosh, seriously. It was fun though. Yeah, so I've had a really lovely time, and I'm going to stop waffling now, and I'm going to do the awkward end of stream wave. But thank you guys for being here. And like I said, I'll be kicking around tomorrow with Charlotte, and then again on Sunday morning with Mel and Amelia. So yeah, if you are taking part in the readathon and you put stuff on Instagram or Twitter or anywhere else, just tag me so I can see it, or YouTube or Shorts or whatever. I'm not on TikTok because too old.
I'll send her the TikToks. I'll save them and send them.
But yeah, if you are on social media, tag me just so I can see what you're up to. Mostly just because I'm nosy and I like to see what you guys are up to and hopefully having fun. But yeah, okay, we're definitely going now. I will see you guys.
I'll do the wave.
Yeah, we're going to do the wave. Bye.
Bye.